Hallo alle sammen, velkommen tilbake. Today I'm going to be going over the Norwegian SKJ and KJ sounds. I've had a couple of people actually ask me if I could do this. Also, it's been something that I've been personally struggling with, so I figure why not make a video and get it out there. Maybe it'll help me memorize it a little bit better and really to practice, but to also help everybody understand what these differences are and when to spot them and know how to use them. So, before I go into deep detail, or not deep, but more detail about the two, I'm just going to say what they sound like. So for SKJ, it's very similar to the SH sound in English, which is sh. So like saying shoe or ship. The KJ sound is closer to the CH sound in English, so like a ch, but it's a little bit further back and not as sharp as ch. So you're not saying like chimney or chips. It's a little bit like a you could also, I think, say it like, since it starts with a K, when you say K, the way your tongue hits the back of your mouth and like that, follow with an H sound, so but it's not exactly that. So this is why I'm saying it's kind of difficult for me. Norwegians are amazing at hearing extremely subtle differences in sounds, and so they know right away if you're saying it properly or not, whereas I think I'm saying it, and they're like, no, it's spelt, or it's said this way, and I'm like, isn't that what I said? So it is difficult. I'm not going to try to powder coat it whatsoever. It is hard to get into, but knowing when to say it and how to say it, it can help with practicing. So the easy side is the SKJ, which is an SH sound. Shh. Now, there are different spellings, or different ways the letters will kind of fall into place, and you would still use this combination or the sound where you may not think you would. For instance, the word for ski in Norwegian is ski, but it's spelled the same way, S-K-I. Now, there's a rule with both of these. If you use an I or a Y after the SK or the K, it still is basically assumed that the J is there, but you never actually write it there. So the way it would be said for ski is as though it is spelled S-K-J-I, but if there's an I or a Y, you drop the J. You just don't write it. I don't know why. That's just the way. That's the rule. The J will never sit in between a K and an I or Y. Or for example, the word chicken is kylling, and that's K-Y-L-L-I-N-G. So yeah, you don't never put the J never put the J between K and I or Y, but always pronounce it as though it is there. Other interesting spellings, stick with the SKJ sound, the sh sound. Something like the word C in Norwegian is sure, and that is S-J. And so it doesn't have the K there, but you're still pronouncing it as though it is. So some things just to kind of keep in mind when you're reading to know how it's pronounced, okay? There's also kind of the kind of way out there ones. From what I've read, if the S comes before an L, it gives the SH sound. So for the word for snake in Norwegian is slonge. So slonge is SL, but you say slonge. Also, same with, like I've said in the past, the RS. If you have an R before an S, you also give it the SH sound. So instead of saying ars, you would say ash, ar, or sh, basically. Like in, something, well, kind of even a letter combination. So, var, so, gu, you say avashogu, vash, because it has the RS, even if it's separated by a space on for those two letter combinations. It gives you the sh, vashogu. So yeah. On the KJ side, I already went over the K and Y, also K and I. For instance, for a movie theater or movie, you say you go to the Shino or Shino. Remember, like I said, it's very tough. So you can also say ch, so Chino, but it's a Shino, and that's the movies, but it's Kino. So in English, there's a word kino, but it's for Norwegian, it's Kino, and that is a movie theater. There is also kind of way out there spelling, which doesn't even involve a K, for the number 20. It is hue, and that is TJ, but it has the same sound as KJ. So as you can see, it is kind of a difficult, I guess, concept or thing to kind of get in your mind. The hardest part for me is the KJ side. The SH is pretty much SH sound, or sorry, KJAJ. Wow. SKJ is an SH sound. Shh. So that's easy. KJ, on the other hand, is kind of a ch and kind of a so you, as they keep telling me, which is difficult to understand, you use it in the back of your throat. So it's further back in your mouth. It's a so yeah, all I can say is practice. Hopefully this kind of helped with it. I hope I didn't confuse anybody with these explanations. If I find better explanations, I will definitely do a review video on this subject here. But for now, I have been told you can't say the CH sound for KJ, so if you want to say ch, go ahead, but keep it soft. So for the word for dress is hula. So remember, it's not shula, it's hula. So yeah, hopefully that helped. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. If you're confused about something that's going on here, I will definitely pass the question on to my wife, and maybe she can help better explain it, or I will ask one of my teachers and answer for you. So feel free to ask me questions. If I don't know the answer, I will try my best to find it. Also, while you're down there, give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing for you guys. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. It's a big help. And until next time, ha det bra.